So tell us about yourself. Just generally, whatever you want to share about you.
My name is Katherine Leo, and I'm a business owner. And I have been, searching for something to do from home for a few years, and I'm very happy that I finally found that. I'm not a mother yet, I aspire to be, but just circumstances and living a 9 to 5, I just wasn't able to do that. So I'm just excited that my future for 2014 is looking really, really bright, and we're actually able to have that conversation now.
Yeah, in due time. So, what do
Yeah.
you like to do, outside of your business?
Oh, I love to sing. We do karaoke a lot, always with the mic. I love to entertain. I just love doing things that make people feel happy. Anything you can do to bring a smile to somebody, I think it's something you should do. People have such talents and they hide them because they're fearful of what people might say or how they're going to think about them. But I think if more people just tapped into their natural spirit, that the world would be so much happier. People would be less depressed and worrying about who said what about anything. I just don't understand why people get so crazy. I feel like I'm very blessed because I was brought up in a time where, yeah, there was bullying, but now it's crazy. I
Yeah.
see some stuff online. I see parents bullying kids, and I'm like, what is going on with this world? More people need to give hugs instead of, negativity. It's just really, really sad how everything is just coming down on everybody, and it's just the job loss, and everybody's just struggling, and it's just bringing out more fear and more anger.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that if everybody would just stop and just realize everybody's going through something, and just smile at somebody. I'm part of a Pay It Forward program where I just tell people, even if you give a smile per day, something, give somebody a little bit of glimmer of hope that somebody cares about them, the world could be a better place. And that's, in my mind, that's how I see it. I see it's happening. I do see more and more people that I'm connecting with. I do follow the law of attraction. So for me, I'm getting around better people and happier people, but I want to branch out and show other people how to do that. Some people are just so stuck. You go back 10 years ago, they're still in the same bar complaining about the same thing.
Right.
It's
Well,
sad.
you'll attract the right people who are ready to hear your message.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So, tell me about your company.
I'm in a renewable energy company, and part of Kilowatts of Kindness. And what I love about it is renewable energy. So everybody has to use electricity and gas. We understand that. We're not away from that just yet. However, my company gives the everyday person a chance to, well, one, become a business owner, but two, also, there's a deregulation of energy going on right now, where you're able to choose where you want your energy from. So you can pick and choose and see which is a better rate for you. A lot of people have no idea, so that's what I'm passionate about, teaching and educating people that they have a choice.
Awesome. So, tell me, I think you kind of answered this, but a little bit about why you chose the company and why you really enjoy what you do.
Well, like I said, I was in network marketing before, and I was searching for something that was going to work for me, and I was always in a product-based business, and then I found services. I loved what I was doing. However, there was a huge, hefty fee attached to it, and I would be standing in front of a room and giving a testimonial, and I could see everybody's hope and glimmer in their eyes, like, I've been waiting for you, and then I have to tell them there's a giant fee attached to become a business owner, and I just watched all their dreams and their hopes and everything deflate again, and I'm like, I can't keep doing this to people, so I was backing away from it anyway because something just didn't sit right with me. My father had gotten ill over the summer. It was a blessing in disguise, because it let me take a step back. Sometimes you're in an abusive relationship and you don't see it until you're out of it.
Right.
It's pretty much what was happening. I was giving it my all. I was doing everything I was supposed to be doing. However, I wasn't getting paid. And people were calling me the top executive. And I'm like, don't lie to people. People know what my struggles are and they know what I'm doing and they see it. So I don't like being the person that's getting lied about, and it just, things weren't sitting right with me. And I got a phone call from my friend, and he said, you just got to check this out. And I said, I am not selling anything else. I'm not doing coffee. I'm not doing jewelry. I'm not doing anything. I'm probably going to have to suck it up and go back to work because this network marketing thing isn't working for me. And he goes, Kat, just please trust me. You're my friend. Give it a try. I said, I'll take a listen. So I took a listen to a 6-minute phone call. that changed my life. And the reason I chose it was there was no pay to play. It gave everybody a fair chance. So if you have an electric bill or a gas bill, you could be a part of this company. So it's a remarkable way for people to get involved in, one, their choices for their energy, and then two, if they saw the business behind it, they can get involved without having to pay a couple $100s, thousands of dollars for products all the time.
Right. So
that's why I chose it.
Something they're already using.
Yeah, they're already using it. And when I was in the product-based business, you have auto ship. I don't know if you know what that is. It's
yes.
Constantly things are shipped to your house, whether you need them or not. You have to run your business, and it's pretty hefty. It's about $150 to $200. Every other company out there is charging for website fees. We don't charge for website fees. So when I saw this, literally tears of joy just streamed down my face, because I was sitting in meditation and thinking, like, I know this is where I'm supposed to be, but something ain't right. So you have to help me figure out where I'm supposed to be, because if this is what you want me to do, I need to figure this out. So I sat quietly with it, and then this came to me, and I was like, this is what I've been looking for. Aside from being free to get involved, we have a beautiful Mission to Millions program where my company donates $1 per customer that you bring to the table to a charity of your choice. I see a lot of different network marketing companies now following suit, and I'm happy, because this is where we need to do. We all need to help a little bit.
Yeah, I agree. So what is one thing that you see people struggle with in the business, and how can they overcome that?
I think a problem with being consistent.
Yeah.
We had a lot of man down, people leaving and flocking because something else is shiny and pretty. Sometimes you have to look and really dig deep into and seeing, why are they pushing this car in front of you? Why are they pushing this thing in front of you? What are they covering up? And really do your due diligence before you get involved in a business, whether it's network marketing or, a brick and mortar. Know what you're getting yourself into and be consistent. You can't go into something and be in for a few months and say, this isn't working. Well, you didn't do anything to really make it work, so how do you expect it to be working? It cracks me up. I hear people all the time, this isn't working for me. I'm like, you've not made one phone call. You've not told anybody you're in a business. So do you think they're psychic? I just think consistency is key, and just staying focused and keeping the main thing. Just basic. Go back to basics. If you learn something and you something worked for you, go back to that. And this is how you get, succeed in business, is you fall in love with the mundane. You just keep repeating the same things over and over again until you get proficient in it. And a lot of people don't have the staying power to do that.
I understand. I absolutely agree. I think consistency across the board in any business is probably a struggle for a lot of us. In closing, the last thing I want to ask you is to state a goal or intention. And you said that you follow the law of attraction, so you probably do this anyway. But do it in present tense. It could be anything in any area of your life.
Well, like I told you in the beginning, I want to be a mother. So I am a mother in 2015. And I have a beautiful family and a beautiful home. And, abundant, and paying it forward and teaching everybody else how to have the life that they want to have and live a life by design, not by chance.
Oh, I love that. I always say that, and I write it down, and I look at it for myself. I really appreciate you taking the time to let me interview you. It's my mission to have women featured that I can tell really are passionate about what they do and really want to help others succeed. So it's very important to me to connect with people like that, so I appreciate you. And lastly, tell the viewers how they can get in touch with you.
Oh, sure. I have an email. It is kilowattsofkindness@live.com. You can find me on Facebook. I'm Kat Leo, Katleo. I also have a fan page, which is Go Green with Better Life Now, NY. And a phone number that you can reach me at is 516-418-7565.
All right, and you can just message me all those details, and I'll put it in the description.
Perfect. Right. And thank you so much. I really enjoyed being interviewed by you.
Thanks for connecting with me on Facebook. See, social media brings people together today. So I will talk to you later.